Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the headline reads: Governor Hope Uzodinma in a mess as disquiet in Ngor Okpala LGA over Uzodinma's lopsided appointment. See details. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go straight into the news of the day. Few months ago, into Governor Hope Uzodinma's government in Imo State, disquiet has ensued in Ngor Okpala local government area over alleged lopsided appointments by the governor in the area. The president of Ngor Okpala United Front, Comrade Emmanuel Onyekwu, who spoke on behalf of the group while fielding questions from journalists in Owerri on Thursday, faulted the governor's decision, adding that out of the 5 court areas in the local government area, only one, Okpala Court Area, Ward 1 and 4, had benefited from the governor's appointment. According to him, what still is the fact that all those appointed are members of the Camp Hope organization. The trend is like that in almost all the local government areas in the state. I wonder who is advising the governor on some of these things. Comrade Onyekwu regretted that in spite of their collective effort in ensuring that the victory of APC, the governor failed to recognize any other group than his loyalists in Camp Hope. On his local government area, he lamented that some of the court areas had for long suffered marginalization from successive administrations and urged the governor to look into it for justice and fair play, and also to consult with the people on issues that concern them. He said the apex leader in Ngor Okpala is supposed to be Sir George Eche, deputized by Dr. To Ekechi, Chief Barrister Enyina is the only APC party state executive from Ngor Okpala, and he wondered if any of these gentlemen were contacted before the appointments were made. Our people want to know if Ngor Okpala leaders were consulted before this lopsided list came out. What if elections were to hold tomorrow? Would these 2 words alone deliver the governor or any other APC candidate in Ngor Okpala? Our governor should know that he has been misled, and those abnormalities need to be corrected as soon as possible. Onyekwu said, while we commend the governor for the appointment given so far, we appeal that an embargo be placed on these 2 words so that other words can as well benefit. Moreover, the member representing Ngor Okpala in Imo State House of Assembly is also from the same area, Ward 4 to be precise. So among other court areas, Okpala houses Ward 1 and Ward 4 are the beneficiaries of the present governor Hope Uzodinma's appointees. Barrister Enyinaya Onugbo and Mrs. Chika Ibekwe are from Ward 4, while Biden Amajirionwu and Chimezie Nwaeke are from Ward 1. Ngor Okpala has 11 wards with the present appointment. 9 wards are left without a single appointment so far. Some party members who pleaded anonymity said they want another set of loyalists to have a taste of the power they wrested from the opposition party PDP in 2020. Sources revealed that the sizable chunk of the party members who were in court every day from the tribunal to Supreme Court and played key roles to bring Uzodinma to power are feeling betrayed and abandoned. Alright, that's the news, and this is it. Loyalists feel that now that they have delivered their governor, it's time for them to begin to chop from the Imo's coffer. They also believe that they deserve appointment for risking their life and doing all the needful. You can just imagine that Nigerians these days don't pay they don't become loyal to you for fun. They give you loyalty because they spend returns on loyalty, which is gains, which is monetary gains, which is appointment. An appointment means coming to loot the funds. It is a win for my country, Nigeria. We no longer show support because you believe in the person you are giving support to, but you show support because you are thinking of appointment where you also loot for your generations and generations unborn. But before we go into the analysis, let's feel the pulse of Nigerians over what Ngor Okpala people are beginning to complain that is only word 1 and word 4 out of 9 words that have enjoyed in the Hope Uzodinma's appointment. In so many appointment given, only word 4 and 1 are actually mentioned. What becomes of the remaining 7 words? Let's hear what Nigerians are saying. This one is saying nobody can open his mouth and say we voted for him or APC and he has abandoned us. That's the most funny aspect of this Tanko Uzodinma rogue regime in Imo State. Ngor Okpala should take it easy. No good comes out of bad. This one here says, a man, my brother, Oga told me that the walls have ears. They are reaping where they sowed. It is not yet time to work again. No. Fool, did Hope Uzodinma win any election? He bought it with his money for him and his people. The same thing he did in Ngor LGA. Sir Governor, the winners does not take it all. If you are to succeed in Imo State, I guess in Ngor too, he must have picked probably 1 or 2 words and abandoned the rest. And others are beginning to complain. This one here says, what do you expect from birds? Expect birds of same feathers and stolen mandates. Before Encore, another person is saying, finding fault in everything about Governor Hope Uzodinma, politics with bitterness. Okay, this one here is saying, it's too early for this kind of unsavory comment. The governor has appointed distinguished Ngor Okpala citizens into his various offices, and we are grateful. Nobody should be knocking our heads against the governor, who has the absolute discretion to appoint whoever he wants. As more appointments come, any perceived imbalance will ease off. But for now, let's leave governor alone. Nigerians don't give free. We don't give free loyalty. We expect returns on loyalty. Well, I hope that Governor Hope Uzodinma knows what he's doing. I will always say this. I said it before and I'll say it again. Before you do anything, there should be a stakeholders meeting. What was your criteria? Are they the people you are comfortable with? Are they round pegs in round holes? Can they deliver? Imo State is in their need of economic growth, improvement on every side. Like one journalist said, where I think it's a radio presenter, when Governor Hope Uzodinma insisted that political campaign posters should be removed, that is defacing the Imo State street and all that he wants Imo State to have aesthetic value and has to be very beautiful. And these are one of his major, objective he wants to achieve in his dispensation, to ensure that Imo State is not defaced. All campaign posters must be removed. And the young man got angry because he was actually an Imolite. He called out the governor and told the governor, look, governor, there are too many things in Imo State happening, too many things that needs to be corrected in Imo State. He mentioned that Douglas Road, that Okigwe Road in Imo State is bad, and the rains are about to start. Very soon, the country will be hitting the rainy season. He said on this very basis, those roads needs to be quickly repaired so that we motorable. That last dispensation that's talking about last year, that Okigwe Road was so bad that Imolai could not move. Majority of the roads in Imo State were so bad that it was difficult moving around. It was not even motorable, and when the rains fell, it became worse. You can't move, and it's now beckoning on the governor, please, that the time is short. The time has started ticking. Imolites are counting for you. Forget about posters. Everyone knows that the posters on the walls and the streets of Imo State is definitely not Hope Uzodinma's, because you can count the number of posters he has. Even if he does, just a little, maybe here and there, 1 or 2 local government, but not much. But if you look around the streets of Imo State, talking about Owerri and other local government, you majorly see the PDP poster I'm talking about. Chief Emeka Ihedio's posters littered practically everywhere. And also, don't forget the fact that he was the governor for almost 8 to 9 months. So definitely, you may likely be seeing his posters almost every other place. Maybe 1 or 2 opposition, but basically, you will definitely see Emeka Ihedio's posters. I guess what he was actually trying to say in summary was the fact that the pictures of Emeka Ihedioa may be haunting him, and it became a major project for him to take down photograph of Emeka Ihedioa on the street of Imo. But honestly, I joined my voice with that young man. Campaign photos are the least of the problems of Imo State. Honestly, the governor should look into governance and begin to pick out the issues. That's why he needs the right team to govern him, to advise him adequately. Forget posters. Posters don't make you, really. It's the activities you bring, the change, the positive change you give to Imolites that makes the difference. They will either make or mar you. Forget about posters. It doesn't affect your activity. And that's why picking people on sentiment, because this one was loyal, you begin to pick them, then you are getting it wrong from the start. You're getting it wrong from foundation. I believe that you should begin to look for the best hand, regardless of the local government. All Imolites are Imolite. They're all sons and daughters of Imo, regardless of the local government. Don't begin to handpick because this one is loyal to you. Handpick because he has the capacity to deliver the mandate you've been given, which is to make Imo people proud, which is to change the face of Imo, which is to make Imo State viable economically and otherwise, so that Imo State will be a place, a home to go to. Imo State will be a destination to move to. And this can only be achieved when you get the right team at the right time, harness them, bring them to work like a team. Don't bring loyalists who knows next to nothing about governance, who knows next to nothing about the office they're being fit into. At the end of the day, all they think about is how do we loot funds, how do we enrich ourselves, how do we bless our next generation and begin to ensure that the 10th generations unborn have enough money to take care of them while they are gone. And that is not governance. And that's why you see a lot of persons online keep saying that Hope Uzodinma may not have what it takes to rule Imo State. But it's up to Imo, it's up to Hope Uzodinma to prove them wrong by getting the right team in the right place. But then, I am not the governor. He has the final say. And time will tell if he is indeed hope that Father Mbaka has said that will bring hope to Imolites, or if he is hopeless, as the people are assuming that he is actually a caliphate being imposed by the Fulanis to rule Imo State by proxy. Time will tell. Let's go to our comment section. What do you think about the fact that already Ngor Okpala people have started calling out the governor that he has done appointment that is lopsided and they're not well represented, and they feel embittered because it's too early for them to be neglected despite their support and loyalty for him to get